This will be the fifth video about the epic stories of Kalevala. And this story named as, the title is The Magical Forge of Sampo. So the last story was about Wainamoinen's journey to Pohjola and gets injured, cured by a wise shaman. We talk about the creation of iron. So this time we will be focusing on that forger Ilmarinen, but it's the continuation of the last story. So once upon a time, there was a talented blacksmith named Seppo Ilmarinen. He was exceptional at making things out of metal mostly, but he worked so much that his skin got dark from coal dust. Because he was so exceptional, but it was a curse at the same time. He was constantly working, so he wasn't eager to leave his blacksmith at all. Ilmarinen's friend Wainamoinen, or King, as he arrived at the village, told him about the adventure he had in Pohjola. So the lady in a faraway place called Pohjola wanted Ilmarinen to make something special, something called Sampo. The plenty machine, as we talked before. But Wainamoinen knew about the blacksmith wouldn't leave his place. So in case he can't convince him with the basic communication, he just cast a magical pine tree that almost touched the stars. So Wainamoinen speaks, "Hey Ilmarinen, guess what? The lady from Pohjola wants to make Sampo, and she'll let you marry her beautiful daughter." Ilmarinen says, Wainamoinen, your stories can be make-believe sometimes, and I won't go to Pohjola. People die there. Or Wainamoinen understood that he won't be able to convince blacksmith with usual ways. So Wainamoinen says, "You're right, let it go. Maybe another person can do it. Besides, I have other news. I witnessed a painter that looks like a ladder to the stars. It was incredible." Ilmarinen got excited but still suspicious about for Wainamoinen. "I don't know if I believe you, Wainamoinen. Your stories like this are usually true." So Wainamoinen says simply, "Let's go then. I can show it to you. Otherwise, you can come back a rich, majestic pine tree." Wainamoinen, still taking advantage of the passion of the blacksmith, convinces him to climb on it. All of a sudden, Wainamoinen cast strong wind that lifted Ilmarinen and carried him to Pohjola. But it was so strong and it carried him so fast that even the Pohjola's lady's stories didn't hear him. He kept sleeping. In Pohjola, in the end, Ilmarinen met a powerful lady, witchy powerful lady, named Louhi, as we mentioned before. She was waiting for him to make Sampo. She was really eager to see him. And said, "Hello, Ilmarinen," as she was shouting her daughter to put their best clothes on. "Can you make Sampo for us?" Ilmarinen, "Sure, I can make things. I am the Sky Forger in the end," and which was true. According to the legend, Seppo Ilmarinen is the Sky Forger, basically, who forged the sky, also the atmosphere. So Ilmarinen agreed to make Sampo, but Pohjola wasn't a fertile place, so it wasn't going to be easy. He needed also special things like a feather from the head of a swan, milk from an infertile cow, a barley grain, and more like stones or other things to make the furnace. So Pohjola didn't have everything he needed, but Ilmarinen wanted to try his best. With rocks and other stuff, with a fire pit, and with the other things he had, Ilmarinen started working. He initially made cool stuff like a golden bow, a ship, and more. And a special thing called Sampo appeared, the machine. So since he forged Sampo, he also added 3 mills on it: a flour mill, a coin mill, and also salt mill, which shows us the importance of salt with all these salt taxes or salt being used as an exchange of luxury. In the end, so Louhi was so happy and saying, Ilmarinen, you did an awesome job. Everyone will know about your amazing world, but she was thinking about the rich and plenty of all these things. She was happy. Ilmarinen thought that since he made Sampo, he can finally ask to marry Louhi's daughter, so he made the most ultimate plenty machine, but he was still so timid and he was holding himself to ask it. So now that I made Sampo, can I marry your daughter? He asked then. But there's a problem. Louhi's daughter didn't want to marry him. 2 reasons. Because she realized that he was all inward from working, all inward, and he seemed such an ugly guy, and most importantly, no one asked her. So she was fully angry about the situation being like a good of exchange for Sampo. So with a heavy heart, Ilmarinen got ready back to his home, and Louhi, the witchy Louhi, was really happy because she kept the daughter, because sadly her daughter is kind of a source of exchange for her, but she wasn't so eager to give her that easily, and she has Sampo. So she took it, lock with 9 locks, put it in the top of a hill to hide it. I'm talking about Sampo. So Louhi just gave him such nice food, prepared his bed, took all the cares he needed, and prepared his ship, and helped him get home by some using magic, like a way. And so that was a short story about Seppo Ilmarinen and the Forge of Sampo. The Sampo is a really important figure in the Finnish mythology. Some people say it influenced J.R.R. Tolkien about the rings, because there will be some conflict over Sampo. They will try to steal Sampo, and there will be really important battles around it. Also, the plenty and the power it brings the owner, they find it really similar. I'm not an expert on this, so I just reflecting what I saw. Also, like there is one of the most prominent banks in Finland called Sampo Bank. I really like the brands. They like, you take it from the plenty machine and you're a bank giving you credits. That's I find it intelligent and beautiful. So I will be talking about a song talks about this story, a modern song. So I mostly share songs from Amorphis and also some from Ensiferum. They mostly do it, especially the old albums are about this Kalevala series. And this song, which plays during the video, called From the Heaven of My Heart. From the Skyforger album, actually, Amorphis dedicated a whole album to Seppo Ilmarinen, called Skyforger, called as the first song called Sampo, Silver Bright, which will be another story, My Son, Skyforger, etc., etc. Most of them are, as far as I know, directly linked with, I could perceive the link with the Kalevala story. And what is funny about this, I used to love, for example, this song, From the Heaven of My Heart. In high school, I used to listen a lot. I was finding it romantic somehow because of the title. I didn't care about the lyrics that much. And I realized it's only about the Forge of Sampo. It starts with, I who have forged the heavens, I also have my king to lord. To Northland I was sent, so the scent of Pohjola. It continues, I was consistent Pohjola, enforced my king's spells, his orders are denied, so the king, Wainamoinen, spells him to send to Pohjola. And continues to, from the small crumbs of earth, from a fleece of summer air, from a memory of a single seed, from the flare of swan's feather, and the milk comes sweeping from the heaven, and it continues. So with the part of from, for example, from the flare of swan's feather. So here it counts the ingredients needed for Sampo. So it continues with, and I forge a godly device, a machine device, the gates of plenty open by me. So it's a lovely song, peaceful. There are some parts as a Ilmarinen just boasts about my skills were known to them all day, all my name, which is not incorrect. So, okay, we talk about, in short, the Forge of Sampo, some details of Sampo, and a song from the heaven of my heart, from Amorphis, about, on this video. The next story will be about different characters. It's like a different chapter from Kalevala. It will be the Lemminkainen and Kiliki. So Lemminkainen mother's prevents him from embarking on dangerous adventures. An interesting character, Lemminkainen, is like a womanizer, we can say. A womanizer from Kalevala. So, I'm curious to read more and tell you about this story. So, that's all for now. See you. Goodbye. Stay with Kalevala.
From the flare of a swan's face.